And this poem was also written about that same time. This one was, this is called Drowned Love, actually. You burn me, this is my weakness, I admit. I can't stand at everything, words and bodies, passes from hand to hand, like a walk, down to the three bridges, past bookstores, and the ornaments almost invisible on each facade, past the stains on violins, shiny and hard, like madness, past the palaces, in no hurry to be restored, an orchestra playing day after day in another gazebo, another park. When I lost my way among the streets and wandered, ignorant, under the dome of another sky, in another dream, which threatens and seduces, just like you, who wore a drought to our hips, who foretell how memories twist in the genes. You burn me, this is my weakness, like an omen I can't dismiss. From a hand to another hand, tears, I know this too well, tears don't run down the cheeks. They're oil in a downpour you can't wash off. And high tide breaks against the soul in vain. There's nothing else I can do. I give you up to the current, and I do it out of love. You vanish into pain, a strange joy, and nothing. And I'm going to close with a poem by Charles Bukowski. It's really humorous. It's about a cat. It's called The Landlady. And the name of the cat in this poem is called Connie, just so it doesn't throw you off. The Landlady. All you got living above you is a boy. The room is $100 and you pay the utilities. Connie, want a cookie? Don't she have a nice face? You're not afraid of dogs, are you? I thought not. You've been living very long in this neighborhood. I've been here since 1922. I remember President Harding, his big hat, a real gentleman. You know, Ernie Bowers. He's been living in this neighborhood all of his life. You got 2 couches. You got a visitor and she can sleep on one couch and you on the other. They unfold into beds. There's a kitchen and your own toilet. All you got living above you is a young boy, that's all. He comes home from work, listens to a little music and then goes out and eats. Connie, do you want a cookie? Connie, have a cookie. She's so sweet. She wakes me every morning to go out and do her shame. She wakes one with her paw, so sweet. Have a cookie. Connie, old Ernie Bowers is 32. He talks mainly to himself now. I saw him on the corner yesterday. Did you know he used to double for Rudolph Valentino in the movies? And he's also a mimic. He's also a mimic. He used to look just like me. Rudy, he carries these old photos of himself to prove it. He's a real good mimic, too. You ought to see him do Dean Martin.
Sure. Amelia, would you like to sign up?
Yeah. Yeah, put her on there next.
Put her next. Yeah, order. You must keep order. The next person on the list is Knowledge. Yeah!
Where were you born?
I'm not doing that anymore. I am now a small business owner. And just for everyone to know a little bit about myself, I want you to support my small business. You know, being an entrepreneur is very hard. I have, you know, the tire repair place and Salmiak Tires, right? So I started another business, and I'm utilizing the recycled parts from my tire repair store and making figurines. I'm making figurines of bands, so I'm going to call them rubber bands. My friend is my charitable fund small business for this week. All right. It took me a while to think of that, and I wrote it down. All right. I have two I've written today. First one is called Lady Succubus. It is not about anything or anybody or anyone. Take what you want from it. Just leave it at that. Lady Succubus. You temptress of all things sinful. You built my desire, my passion. You were my dream, and you quickly evolved into my nightmare. Blanket faith placed on things not seen. I let my guard down only to be invaded by whorish lust. This nightly visit from a schizophrenic madam demon slut. By day you're an angel, by night you feed on souls of men. Deceiving poor, hormonally challenged gentlemen out of their semen. You filthy slave of Satan, bearing children who walk this earth and do evil. You I blame for the world's misfortune. You took from me, you take from mankind, you take from the decency of a gender, the trust of relationships, the spirit of love. I hate all that you are. Lady Succubus of the night, wench of torment and disease. I let my guard down because I thought it was time to move on, time to get back in the game. How many others have fallen for your siren song, your sweet song of beauty and intrigue, the soft melody of sensual. Damn it, I did it again.
I like the ending.
This one is called Pause. It was a time where I just wrote anything that came to mind, and I would just let it flow. It's a good exercise. If you do not write that way, just try it sometime, I guess. So every time when that switch comes off and I get distracted, I pause my brain. So I actually wrote the pauses in here. So when you hear me say pause, that's where I stop the thought. So the power of the devil in a bullet. Exit wound was engulfed in flames. Entrance wound frozen ice cold. Stricken with intellectual euphoria. Mental trip and physically paralyzed. Organized thought patterns laced with acid and dissolves, vicariously damaging the brainstem, leaving self in non-verbal and non-responsive vegetative state. Part man, part machine, centaur, cyborg. My brain state reads Idaho. Pause. My conscience is sparked and fingers and toes now rock out to Gil Scott Heron. Music sways the instinct of individuality. This rhythm woke coma victims. Jazz flute led rats to drowning bass lines. Pause. Thoughts allowed to exit through muscle reaction is used with tools, i.e. pencils and paper. Don't allow the thoughts to catch up with your pencil. Stay one step ahead of your brain. Become surprised of thoughts becoming words. My theory of poetry. Pause. Peace, you live in my dreams. Peace, you live only in my dreams. To find you, I become a warrior. War paint fashioned in forms of crosses and aunks. Weapons frozen in suspended animation. I'm not a fighter, I'm a biter. I'm not a lover, I'm a smotherer. I fight dirty and play dirtier. Pause. Yeah!